This has always been the dream. Since we're little, we always imagined going D1. Softball is softball. At the end of the day, you want to play hardest, compete every day. This is a dream. This is what I've dreamed of since I was little. Everything at FIU just worked out perfectly. This is where I want to be. I wouldn't be anywhere else. So my mom actually played softball at the University of Florida, and then my dad played college basketball at Santa Fe College. And then I started off at College of Central Florida in Ocala, JUCO.
You were there for your first 2
Yeah,
years?
2 years, yeah.
And then how was your experience there?
Oh, it was awesome. I don't think I would change going that route for anything. Like, I kind of looked down on JUCO at first because I didn't really hear much about it, but that definitely, those 2 years helped shape me, the player and person I am now.
And it kind of also led your steps to coming to
For
FIU
sure, yeah.
to play.
Mhm.
So I know when we previously talked, you kind of said you almost stopped playing completely and you
Yeah.
almost decided not to come back to softball. You were going through a little bit of a mental journey. It was a God moment for you that brought you here. So tell me more about that.
Yeah, so our sophomore year, it was kind of mentally a struggle for me, just with everything going on. I was kind of defeated, kind of lost in the recruiting process, but like I said, it was kind of a God moment, leap of faith that to come way down here in Miami, and it just felt right, it felt like home, and just I took the leap of faith and did it.
What did that God moment look like for you?
So I mean, I just been praying day by day, night by night, just lead me in the right direction, help me find the right school, and then just FIU was on me pretty good my freshman year. So when they reached back out, made me feel at home, like they still really wanted me, I knew it was the right moment.
Why did you feel like you didn't want to come back to the sport?
I mean, softball is a mental battle. I just struggled mentally, struggled with the recruiting process. Um, I felt a little out of love for the game, just all the hardships that I was facing, but I knew I wasn't ready to be done.
And some of those hardships were just the coaching issues a little bit that you had at your JUCO and some frustration that bled into the seasons.
Yeah, so our coach got let go my sophomore year, and I was really close to him. He had a huge impact on my softball career, developed me as a person and player. So when he left, our season not only went downhill, but I lost a big mentor in my life. So it took a toll on me mentally and both physically as well.
And I remember you just saying how it was like in the middle of the season,
Yeah.
right? And the assistant coaches kind of tried to step in, but it just
It wasn't the same.
wasn't
Yeah.
clicking. And what were some of those frustrations that you were going through?
Just like I said, he was not only a good coach, but he was a very good mentor. He helped me mentally and physically with the game. So also huge portion of that. His knowledge for the game was just outstanding. So just losing that part of the game just really took a toll on me. I felt like he believed in me, and then just that person leaving, just it's kind of hard.
And what inspired you to decide not to quit though, and to actually be like, okay, I'll go somewhere else and give it another shot?
Yeah, so, I knew I didn't fall out of completely love with the game. I love playing the sport. I love the hardships, the battles. Makes me a better person every day. Also, my parents are a big role. I really wanna make them proud, so they pushed me to keep being here.
Okay, so what were those conversations like with mom and dad?
Yeah, there were some tough ones, some cries, some laughs, but, they never stopped believing in me. It was always my decision. They didn't wanna pressure me into doing anything I didn't want to, or if I wasn't happy, they didn't want me to do anything, so they were a huge support, guided me with God, my faith, so they've been a huge, huge part of my life.
So what did you go through mentally during that time, and how did you kind of get through it day by day?
Yeah, so, just keep working. I mean, I can't stop bettering myself, so just trusting myself, trusting what I already know and what I've learned my whole life growing up. Just keep playing the game I love, trying my best to not fall in love with the game and just trust in the process.
Was there any moment though that you felt defeated
Oh, for sure, yeah.
and like had games where it was just kind of like why are we doing this still, or should
Mo
we even put
most
this
of the
down?
season, actually, it was like that. It was pretty tough. I just never thought it was gonna end, never thought we were gonna get out of this hump or this hill, but
'Cause I can only imagine, like, from an athlete's perspective, like, you just keep showing up, keep
yeah.
showing up, keep showing up, and then, like, did you guys feel kinda lost as a team?
Like, my freshman year, we did really well, winning a lot. I've played really competitive softball my whole life, so losing isn't the norm for me, and it became the norm there, so it was really a struggle just trying to get through that.
Now that you're here, are you happy
Oh,
that
yeah,
you
for
made the
sure.
decision?
Yeah, I this is where I wanna be. I wouldn't be anywhere else.
And you've been making an impact, with the numbers and the team, and, I know you're a very aggressive player on the bases. I think when I last checked, it was, like, 26 stolen
Yeah.
bases. I don't know what it's at now since yesterday. So where does that level of aggression come from?
Yeah, I mean, definitely my mom, she was a speed demon too, so she gave me that part of her game and just trying to score, trying to get around. That's one of my biggest part of my games.
And being here, you made a note that you've played competitive softball your entire life, so losing wasn't normal.
Yeah.
But now that you're, at least on the D1 level, this is different than JUCO. You're playing a lot more elite
For
players
sure.
in this game. So how does it feel to kind of be able to keep up on this level and make an impact?
Yeah, so this has always been the dream since we're little. We always imagined going D1. So just being at this level, especially coming from a JUCO, being able to compete and playing well at this level, it's been a dream come true.
And what would you say has been the biggest adjustment for you coming from the JUCO to this level?
Softball is softball at the end of the day. You want to play hardest, compete every day. So it hasn't been a dramatic change for me personally, but just the level is definitely different there.
And going through that chapter of almost quitting and coming back, as an athlete, what do you think you kind of learned about yourself during that
Mhm.
time, now looking back at that time of life?
Yeah, so definitely it grew my faith. I mean, astronomical. Like that's why I'm here. It's the reason why I'm here. So going through those hard times, I think we need it just to sit back and just thank God and trust Him and not trying to do it ourselves. So going through those times definitely grew my faith, grew me as a person. Just helped me grow mentally and like get a little bit older. So
What did that faith aspect look like for you? Like when you were praying for the direction, what did the answered prayer part kind of look like for you?
yeah, so I know that is what's meant to be is meant to be, and if it's too much, too hard, it's not probably meant to be in my life. So I was just praying for a clear answer, just something to fall in place, fall in line, and know it was from Him. And everything at FIU just worked out perfectly as I've been praying. So I knew this was my answer.
What game this season so far has been your moment where you were like, yeah, this is the sport I love. This is, and it all started to kind of come back to you.
Yeah, one really special moment was playing Georgia Tech at the University of Florida. You know, like it's my mom's home field, it's where she grew up playing. And I hit a home run there, and that was the moment, like just running around the bases at Florida, hitting a home run. That was when I knew, like, this is a dream. This is what I've dreamed of since I was little, coming to the games at Florida since I was little, and being the one playing there and hitting a home run. She just kept telling me how proud she was of me, and that was the moment that really sunk in. It was like I made it.
Have you always kind of looked up to your mom, like just the fact that she played, and has that always been
Yeah.
kind of a thing for
I've
you?
always, wanted to be better than her. She's pushed me to be so she always brags she played at D1 University of Florida, so it was my goal to be able to tell her that I'm D1 too, so
Oh my gosh,
yeah.
you're here.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So does she come to a lot of the games, or is
She does.
what
She makes almost every single game. Even my teammates can't believe half the games she comes to, but yeah, she makes it a big part to be there for me every step of the way.
with how you were raised, do you think that you want your daughter to play softball too? Do you think that you would want to keep up the
I think so, yes.
generation?
It's definitely a mental battle for sure that you go through, but the support I've had, I know that I would give that same to my daughter. And this sport is just awesome. Brings you so many memories, so many friendships, and just makes you a better person too. So I think she definitely gonna play softball.
And what are some of those mental battles that softball players have
Mhm.
that are maybe unspoken that people don't talk about?
Yeah, so I mean, we play a game of failure. We're gonna fail in this sport more times than we're ever gonna succeed. And just being able to get over that, being able to accept that, and just keep playing your hardest, keep giving it everything you have. I think that's a huge part of this mental game for sure. And I think our sport is a lot mental more than it is physical, and you just have to be mentally strong and ready to fail. You're gonna fail more than you're ever gonna succeed, but this time you succeed, it means everything. I'm way bigger than my sport. The sport doesn't define me. What's gonna happen is gonna happen. My faith is just why I'm here, why I play this game. I play for him, and that's it.